Yo, what is good, my anime people? Sorry I don't sound as enthusiastic in these videos that I'm about to drop. It's just I have to save my voice because my throat is acting up. But regardless, I wanted to get all of these shows out to y'all so I can start to work on putting them on Instagram and Twitter. So let's get into it. Odin this week is truly finding his worth in why Roger wants him or was mainly so interested in him, right? To hear that there was a samurai in uh, Whitebeard's group, it non-stop was the thing that he was the most interested in when it came down to these papers that he was reading about him. And to think that he wasn't interested in him for the case of fighting prowess because there was no challenge to be had. But there could be something to say about Odin in the future because for me, he seems like a character that wouldn't take a loss sitting down. And after being destroyed like a small child, I feel as if he should go out of his way to learn about Roger's fighting style, why Roger was capable of doing what he did to him, because I think that would have been a huge opening for his character, right? Like a giant step forward in the strength that he already has. But let's not forget, he's the one that's going to have to fight Kaido and do some significant damage to him. That huge scar that Kaido has. So maybe what he learns is from, being around Roger. I highly doubt it. It almost feels like he himself believes in his strength, and we didn't really see him going and getting trained by Whitebeard, right? But to be fair, Whitebeard didn't slap him nearly as easily as Roger did. So that might also be that's the only reason why I was saying that maybe Odin could learn something from Roger fighting style, or like a long range attack for a samurai would be a huge, devastating changing of the game if he's ever cornered, or like if someone's running away, or someone is using a weapon that's long range, he could use a long range technique to absolutely obliterate his opponent, kind of like what Roger displayed. Because we also know that he didn't say grand departure when he swings on Whitebeard. It was more or less just the full output of his swing without it being transferred into a hockey-esque blade or like hockey-esque wind attack. So it's like this what I'm doing on here. That's what's been really cool about Odin's character. If he actually learns to do that, or he already knows how to do it, it's just Rogers is that much more on a whole different level. Because we already seen that Odin can coat his blades in Ryu, and that's pretty much what Luffy is learning, which makes it pretty understandable why Odin is already ridiculous. But unfortunately, the fight and all that stuff was happening at such a quick pace. And there's characters straight up like bleeding and stuff, but I don't think anyone actually died, which is weird about One Piece. Like, they're fighting each other to rob each other, but they weren't fighting to kill, So, very, very weird. And then at the end of it, they started just exchanging gifts, stuff like that. But the big part that comes out of this is Odin pretty much joining the Whitebeard, leaving Whitebeard to join Roger, and for the reason alone of the knowledge of Odin. And the crew members make that very clear. I can't tell you if the crew members actually kicked off the dog um, and the cat, because we don't end up seeing them after they get into this town and he makes the food. We don't see that. Oh yeah, no, they didn't kick him off. We see the dog and the cat trying to eat it, and the cat's like, "Nah, this food's too spicy, bro," or it's just too hot. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's these types of things that really give you a good understanding of the possibility of all the characters because they met people like Whitebeard, they met people like Golden D. Roger, who not a lot of people can say they had good uh, first impressions of these characters, seeing how if you're on their team, they're gonna treat you like family, and that's what I truly do love about their camaraderie. Is everybody else is gonna meet the end of their blade, but at the end of the day, you might just find yourself as family to some of the strongest people known to man in this pirate world. Well, though that being said, everybody have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. Peace.